Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, inaugurated a 30-man tripartite committee to handle the issue of minimum wage fixing for Nigeria. It is important to let you know that this committee is a tripartite. And as labor correspondents, you all know that when we use the word tripartite, we mean organized labor, that's the affiliate unions, led by the federation, and sometimes by the unions themselves. We also mean the second group, which is the second social partner, the organized private sector, called OPS. And when you get to the organized private sector, they have a lead association of employers called the Nigerian Employers Consultative Assembly, NECA. But that does not also mean we don't have other components of that sector, the private sector. We have Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, a major stakeholder there. We have the Chamber of Commerce, the CIMA. We have the Association for Small, Medium Industries, employers, and these are the components you have there. There is also an informal sector in the private sector, but they don't belong to OPS, but they are employers of labor too. Then you then have government, which by ILO nomenclature were called the authority, the constituted authority. And when you come to government, especially in our local balance, government is into 3 layers: federal government of Nigeria, the state governments, and the local governments. And for the issue of the national minimum wage, we did realize that the states and the local government are one component. But the state and local government and the federal government becomes the government as employers of labor. So this committee was inaugurated, and we used the very few months to tidy up the logistic arrangements, like the issue of funding, the issue of organizing the committees and the secretariat, which is domiciled in the Salaries and Wages Commission. And we hit the ground running in March. A program was designed, firstly for the meeting to terminate before the end of the year. But later on it was reviewed, and all about the meetings were supposed then to end about end of August and first week September. So we are still within our time program. Because after the minimum wage committee would have finished its assignment, we will now go into the next stage, which is bringing it to Federal Executive Council, bringing it to the National Economic Council, and even the Council of States for their input, from which it will then be transmitted to the National Assembly as a bill, an executive bill. The Committee on Draft Bill, and this draft bill has been adopted. It was adopted by the committee. I chair also the Committee on Figure. We don't have a figure. Labor has figures readily because they are making a demand. They made first a demand of 56,000 and withdrew it and asked for 65. ULC, even though they are unregistered, they are made up of unions, of workers. They are the one asking for 96,000. So what Labour has done now is to do an average of their recognized union and unrecognized union. This time around, they're interested in unrecognized union and give us an average. We got up to that 60-something. I don't know whether you follow me. Some state governments did a submission early. But when the committee reconvened, they withdrew it. They have a right to withdraw that, just like Labour withdrew their 56 and placed 65. Just like employers withdrew their 40, I think 45 or so, 42, and then replaced with 25 in the final analysis now. I don't know whether you are with me. So, the work of the committee is supposed to end September. We fixed first week of September. But we couldn't get a figure. And this figure is state government figure, which will enable the economic management team to look at the entire economy. You have to do something that you can do and don't upset the economic equilibrium of the country. If you put a figure that the state governments cannot pay, of what use is it negotiating? So they must come with a figure. If you put a figure that will make for the private sector to do retrenchment of people, what benefit is it? They have told you today, the private sector, that they can pay only 25,000. And nothing more than that. If you put any figure above that, and they go and retrench 25% of their staff to be able to pay that particular amount, we are still running around the circle because we have created unemployment inadvertently. So this is not something that you just wake up and fix a figure. You must look at it, whether there will be any dislocation in the economic stability of the country. So, like I said, we are on it. I'm meeting the governors again. Tomorrow we are meeting with Mr. President to brief him. And by next week, our economic management team will work on it and look at the various figures that are even in that committee. And then say, the federal government of Nigeria recommends this in order not to create unnecessary retrenchment and redundancy in the system. So I don't have, but I know that if we're able to do that in this September, which I hope we will do, then we'll wait for National Assembly to come and put it into law. And we'll capture it in the budget, because that will be a personnel cost. And even the various companies will also capture it in their personnel costs of the organizations.